too much salt kills the fish. A moderate quantity of salt in the pond saves the fish. Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Danny. If you are new here, I help you discover, learn and improve your processes when it comes to agriculture, business and other business opportunities. If you have not subscribed, please click on this subscribe button, turn on notification so that you know when I release a new video. If you are a newbie in fish farming, or even if you have been doing fish farming for so long, but whenever you notice something strange about your fish, you get confused and you don't know what to do. There are ways that you can treat your fish by yourself without even needing the help of an expert or even someone to do that. How do I mean? Sometimes I get calls from people where they say, oh, I noticed so and so over in my pond. What can I do? And I ask them, have you done this? Have you done this? Have you done this? And the answer is no. Then you should know, as a fish farmer, there are things that you should do. In this video, I'll be telling you 4 natural ways and semi-natural ways that you can treat your fish by yourself without the help of anyone. If you're ready, let's dive in. The first way that you can treat your fish when you notice that they are getting weak, or you notice that one fish died and in some minutes another died, is to use salt. Yes, salt can be a lifesaver for fish and also can lead to their death. Excessive salt in a fish pond can actually destroy your investment by killing the fish and making you lose all your investment. But if you know the appropriate way to use salt to treat your fish, it can be a lifesaver for you as a fish farmer. How do you do this? If you notice that your fish are weak, or you notice that they are not performing the way they need to perform, maybe you just salt them or you just brought them in from a farm, what you can do is to get salt, get a bowl, pour the salt inside the bowl, or pour some water, mix it together, then sprinkle it into the pond. Don't just pour salt anyhow out into the pond, but carefully measure the salt you are going to put in the pond, then sprinkle it in the pond. You see that it's going to help them get more energy at the end of the day. If you notice that a fish had some wound on the body, separate the fish in a bowl or another pond, then pour little salt on the fish. In 12 hours, or let's say maximum 24 hours, you would see that the wound is going to heal and it's going to go back to how it was. So salt can be a lifesaver for you who as a fish farmer, and if you are not careful, it can be the main factor why you lose your investment as a fish farmer. Another thing you can use to treat your fish when you see that they are weak, or you notice something strange in the pond, is to use bitter leaf. Yes, the popular bitter leaf that we human beings use. How do you use that? How do you use bitter leaf to treat your fish and your fish pond? What you need to do is go to wherever you have bitter leaf. If you have it in your compound, fine. If you don't have it, just go to wherever you can get bitter leaf, fresh bitter leaf, squeeze it like you want to use it for human being or for a child. Squeeze it. Maybe you can just put it in a bottle if you like. But if you don't want to do that, but squeeze it in a bowl and you put it in the pond, like pour it inside the pond where you have your fish. There will be water in there, but pour it there and it's going to treat them just like the way it treats human beings. Bitter leaf is more or less like a natural and organic way of treating any fish diseases that they could have in their body, but you have to know how you can do it. There is a video that Fish Academy did on how to use bitter leaf to treat your fish. You can check it out and use it to treat your fish. If you have noticed anything strange and you have seen that they are not responding, instead of buying all these boosters and other things, using organic leaves like bitter leaf will actually cure, to some certain level, cure whatever diseases that might be affecting your fish. Just know how to use it, know how to apply it, then your fishes will be just fine. The third thing that you can use to treat whether your fish or your pond will be so surprising to a lot of people that don't know about it, and that is what we call charcoal. The normal charcoal that we use to cook, it's a natural water cleansing ingredient for your pond. If you are looking for maybe a way to clean the excess feed or something excess that is affecting your fish in the pond, and you've been buying different type of drugs or different type of chemicals just to treat whatever thing you want in your pond, then try charcoal. How do you apply it to your pond? When you get charcoal, you don't need lots of charcoal, just maybe one, depending on the size of your pond, maybe 1 or 2 sticks of charcoal is enough. Just put it inside your pond and automatically the charcoal will clean whatever dirt. As you know, excess food in the pond causes some germs and causes some particles in the pond, but with the use of charcoal, it will help clean whatever particle that might affect your fish, that might affect the development of your fish on the long run. You don't have to use it often because you need to be very careful and you need to be wary of how your fish respond to this kind of things. So you need to just put it in the pond and it will cleanse it. You don't do it every time, just once in a while that you see that, okay, maybe you are noticing something different in your pond or you are noticing something strange among your fish. You can just use that to clean your water, and you would see that using natural organic way of treating your fish and treating your pond will actually help your fish grow faster and even grow naturally without the use of boosters. Majority of the things I mentioned here is what I use in my farm. I don't use any booster, I don't use any chemical for my fish. It is not good. So using charcoal to treat your pond, it's one best way to have a stress-free life, to have a fish that grow naturally, organically from the day you purchase them, whether you hatch them yourself, but from the very first day to you dispose them off to buyers. Another ingredient or another drugs that you can use, which is, well, it's not a natural thing, but it's something that you can try to use to treat your fish, especially if you just sort them or you just transfer them from maybe a particular farm to another farm and you notice some weakness among them. Then you can use the drug called tetracycline, what we could popularly known as the red and yellow drug. How do you apply it? Bring out the particles in the drug, put it inside water, put it inside a bowl, pour some water into it, mix it with a plastic spoon, then sprinkle that mixed drug in the pond very well. Don't have to use much of it. It's like it gives them some sort of energy anytime maybe they are weak or they are stressed out. Like I said, maybe you just transfer them from one farm to the other, or you just finish sorting them and you see that a lot of them are very weak and they are not responding into the new environment like they ought to respond to. Do that, and with time you notice some changes in them. What I would advise is you don't do it often, only when you see that they are extra weak and you've given them some time and you see that there are no changes in it. Then you can use tetracycline, red and yellow drugs to treat them, to give them some sort of energy. Like I said, a bonus thing that you can do, maybe you want to sort your fish or you want to transfer your fish from one place to another, is to use palm oil. Palm oil helps the water not to foam. If you are taking your fish from maybe the pond into a bowl, you will notice that if you put water in the bowl where the fishes are, it's going to foam, and having a foaming water with fishes inside it can affect them, which can eventually lead to their death. So how do you control this? What you can do is actually to use palm oil or groundnut oil. Pour a little, not too much, but just a little palm oil or groundnut oil, whatever suits you. I personally use palm oil. Pour little inside the water and it will help scatter the foam and it will help regulate the foamy water so that the fish can have a free and clear water to actually be into, pending the time you are going to finish whether sorting it or pending the time you are going to take them from one farm to the other. Using palm oil or groundnut oil actually helps reduce the rate at which your fish will die in the process of transporting them or in the process of salting them. I'd like to know, which of these methods have you been using to treat your fish and your pond? Drop that in the comment section. If you want to start fish farming and you're wondering how to begin, I have a complete playlist on fish farming that will help you and guide you through the process, from taking you from the beginners level to an expert level. You can check it out here. And if you want to learn more, or you want to consult me on fish farming or poultry farming or agriculture in general, you can send me an email. My email is in the description box. If you have not subscribed, click on the subscribe button, turn on notification so that you know when I release a new video. Catch you in this video.